Hi there, this is Darren from Treasure Life Family Farms, and we're out in the hoop house today. And tomatoes. We're getting some tomatoes going here. Big ones at the bottom. I don't know if our trellising is doing much. We'll learn. We're out here today to pick peppers and cucumbers, and the peppers are bell peppers and hot peppers. She's picking hot peppers on the other side right now. We got a lot of bell peppers, about that size. So we're gonna get those all picked again, and then get them into another vacuum seal bag in the freezer. These tomatoes in these two rows, that row and this row, were all direct seeded really late, and they're indeterminate, I believe is the word. So these will grow up, make tomatoes, and then be done. We sort of are trying to trellis them a little bit here, and we're not doing a very good job of trimming suckers and things out of these, but we did some this year. We're getting there. We're going more. How does this pepper plant tip over? That's sort of a huge loss there. But anyways, these peppers are loaded. Let's look at this one. They're everywhere in there. And so I am going to make a new batch of pickled jalapenos. And eventually we want to get some of the stuff for sale out by the road. These tomatoes up here are the ones that we were growing in the basement, and they're indeterminate. And starting to get some nice clusters of tomatoes on there. I believe these are a variety that's sort of between cherry tomatoes and the regular slicer tomatoes. They're those golf ball size tomatoes. Looks like we have one that might be about ready down here. Let me see if I can get my camera on that guy. I don't want to pick him yet. Maybe a couple days. Starting to get red. That's awesome. Look at the jalapenos down here. She's going to have quite a bucket full when she gets done. Tomatoes smell amazing. I don't know. I guess everybody doesn't like that smell of the tomatoes, but got another guy down there. Hopefully you were able to see that. He's turning kind of orange and red. Down here, a couple more. Those guys, I'm gonna give them another couple days. They look like they're just a little short, but we've got lots of these coming, so I'm kind of excited about that. I'm going to pick the cucumbers today. That's my job, and I want a bunch of these ones. This is about the size I can actually make a cucumber out of it. I'd love to be able to make a couple batches of cucumbers. Now, what's this guy? I hope I don't have a bug infestation coming. Lots of bell peppers as we look over here. A couple nice ones on that plant. Nice one here. So we're gonna probably get a 5-gallon bucket full. Look at this plant here. Couple nice ones there, another nice one down further below. So we're not gonna probably pick them all because some of them are just little guys, but we'll get a bunch. Cucumbers, I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna get my batch of cucumbers today. There's tons of these, where was I seeing them all? Kind of medium, tiny little guys. I'm not sure what I'm doing here that's got me a little bit of maybe too dry. This one's too big. I don't know if I'm gonna get a batch of cucumbers going or not here. We got these guys here, they look like they're heading the wrong way. I gotta stick my finger down in the dirt here in a second and see, maybe I'm too dry. Feels like there's moisture down there. So anyways, let's get to picking. I'll show you what we find when we get done. Here's the cucumbers I'm saying we've got. See these guys? They're coming. But those will probably be tomorrow. I mean, these things grow like crazy. It's amazing how quickly those will turn into a cucumber that's about 8 pounds. So what I got to do is be better at getting here on time. So it's starting to look like our cucumber project will not be today. Let me look, and I'll turn the camera off. I'll show you what we find when we get done. I'm guessing we're going to have a couple 5-gallon buckets full of bell peppers. And I'm sure she'll at least get her bucket full of hot peppers over there too. Alright, so we kind of had a strikeout on the cucumbers. And maybe a win. Okay, so these ones, I think I can work with these. I wish I had 100 of these that fit in my hand real nice. I don't know. Can I get some slices out of here and make some sliced cube pickles? Don't know. And maybe like this much of this one. I don't know. I'm stretching here. I do want to try and get a batch of actual cucumber pickles at some point. This is what we picked a lot of. Got these off the plants, so now the plants are not trying to support this anymore. This thing's the size of a football almost. And there's, you know, wow, I mean, come on now. It's not good for anything. I know a couple of ladies that are going to love to eat those, but not us. I'll show you the jalapenos we just picked and the bell peppers in just a minute. I've already got those inside. So we get a pretty full 5-gallon bucket of the bell peppers off there. And I don't know how many gallons this bucket is, but well, that's compared to a 5-gallon bucket. But this is all jalapenos. They're actually really nice jalapenos. So what I want to do, while these are like ultimately stiff and fresh and robust, I want to pickle these pickled jalapenos. So maybe there'd be like 2 or 3 pint jars and maybe a quart or 2 out of here. So this is kind of our project for tonight, and we'll try to take you along for some bits of it. So stay tuned. Alright, so 5-gallon bucket of bell peppers turned into 16 cups in the vacuum seal bag, and 18 cups, 34 I think that turns into, and we still have our jalapenos we're going to deal with later. The cores on the bell peppers, the pigs will enjoy those. They love that. So these will go in the freezer. When we get ready to make salsa, we'll pull them out and you know, thaw them in the fridge for a day or whatever it takes to have that just kind of ready to come out of there and go into the pot. I tried a trick that I've seen online with juice that comes out of these, because basically what happens when I try to seal these is right at the end of the vacuuming process, all the juice, there's quite a bit of juice, maybe a cup or something more, comes out of here, and it will cause it to not fully seal. And then I wipe it all out, dry it all up, try again, not seal. And it's about the 4th or 5th time here, I guess maybe even the 3rd, but it sealed, and then we're done. So I put the paper towel in here thinking, okay, maybe that'll take the juice, but there's just way too much juice in bell peppers. You'd have to put a half a roll of paper towels in here. So not gonna do that anymore. Did it on this one here, sealed without that. I don't know if you can see the seal lines here. First time, it just barely didn't quite make the whole deal. So I just did it again. Well, you know, between I gotta wipe up like 3 or 4 paper towels worth of juice out of the vacuum sealer, wipe up the edge of the bag, get it ready to try again. So paper towel thing didn't work, just heads up on that. This brand of bags, I got these off of Amazon. I don't like them as good as I like the LEM ones. I need to price compare everything again and see how much more the LEM ones are than the Amazon. Whatever these were, doesn't even matter. They're just they had good reviews, worth a try. Not gonna buy them again. I'll spend more money for the LEM bags at this point, or try another bag. We'll see what we get. So, moving on to jalapenos next. All right, so that big bucket of jalapenos is still, I don't know, 2 or 3 gallons of jalapenos. There's a lot left in the actual 5-gallon bucket. And then I've got 3 quarts and 5 pints, I guess we call these. And and so what we have then is I put at least 2 cloves of garlic in the bottom, and half teaspoon of peppercorn, black peppercorns, I guess. You can see them, the black balls of pepper. And then sit there and cut my jalapenos into these rounds, and fill the jars and kind of tap them with a wood spoon to sort of pack them down without mushing them. And then I've got my brine going over here. That per batch is 4 cups of white vinegar, 2 cups of water, 2 tablespoons of kosher salt, 2 tablespoons of sugar, and then at the very end, after I've got my jar filled with the liquid, I'm ready to put the lid on it. And we're putting in pickle crisp, and I'm using on a pint, I'm using a 1/4 teaspoon. I don't know, it's very little. And so on a quart, I'm doing it twice. I think you should. I don't know. I've never used pickle crisp, but I think it's kind of like a lime kind of a thing. And it says to sprinkle that on top on the recipe I'm following, so I'm doing that. I've got my brine solution here. My water bath is boiling over here. Water bath for 10 minutes, and that should do it. I don't have any of my proper canning tools, so I'm working with weird tongs and what else? Oven mitts, and I've got a strainer and some things so I can get jars in and out without burning my hands. But I've got my lids. Oh, I fogged you up. Sorry. I've got my lids back there hot, so then I can put them on. So that's what I'm doing. I'll get you a little picture when we get into the water bath. Otherwise, I can't really put lids on with 2 hands. So say hi to the roosters, and I'll be right back. All right, we've got them in the pot. It'll hold 3 quarts and 5 pints. I don't think it would hold 5 of the wide mouth pints, maybe. But anyways, they're all in there, and they're all submerged. There's an aluminum plate at the bottom that keeps the jars off of the actual bottom of the pot. And from there, we're waiting for it to come to a boil, and then after that, we'll set a timer for 10 minutes. Then we'll pop them out after that. Getting close. Well, there we are. That's our kind of our finished product for the year. I could go ahead and can 5 times this amount of pickled jalapenos, but what I want to do is keep it a little closer to what I think I might be able to plow through if I get after it. So I'll probably wait about another week, then I'll start opening these up and see if I can get them all chugged down way early, so then next year I'll make twice as many. But otherwise, hopefully that's a dozen jars. I'll find a place or two to give 1 or 2 away. and keep opening them up, keep them in the fridge, and keep eating them. I kind of like the jalapenos. It's just don't at least right now can't eat too many in one spot. But maybe I can build and work my way up. I actually like them. Just they're super hot for me. So anyways, that's the end of this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.